Hi, this is Captain Eddie again. Welcoming you all to another edition of my channel. Another edition of I'm joining the bandwagon, by the way, and choosing the most played records in my turntable, or top 10, if you might want to call it that. But I cheated. I can't just choose 10. It's so hard. Anyway, I'm gonna go through my most played records uh, in a very fast fashion. And it's hard for me because I have to go back to my lifetime and when I used to listen to records when in the beginning, because during my time, uh, we didn't have other mediums. Like, the only thing we had during my time were cassettes and records, right? And then CDs came along. So I used to listen to everybody else's music. My brothers, my sisters, and they all started with the Beatles and the Stones and all that. So I looked at my pile of records and I said, well, which ones of these have I played the most from then, from that time, from the past until today? And it's so hard for me to choose. But nonetheless, these records that I have here are in no particular order of preference. They're all my favorites, okay? And I would take them to a deserted island, if there is such a thing as deserted island. And I love these records, okay? And if I think about the number of hours they've had in my turntable, I think they win hands down. So let me begin with one of my favorite records of all, Elton John's Tumbleweed Connection. This is a 1970 recording, and this is still my original record. It's first pressing, and it still got the fold. And the nice thing about this records, the records of the past came with booklets that you can really read and find out about the record, right? And this one has the songs in this record are just incredible, man. See, it comes in this booklet, and there's Bernie Taupin. He's in charge of all the lyrics. Bernie Taupin, and of course Elton John, and all the other people that play here. Nigel Olsson and all these people, right? And the songs here are Ballad of a Well-Known Gun, Taking Old Soldiers, Son of Your Father, Country Comfort, Amorina, Burn Down the Mission, Love Song, My Father's Gun, Come Down in Time, and Where to Now, St. Peter. How can you not love this LP? It's very memorable to me, and I'm sure to some of you too. Okay. My second LP that I really love. This is a toss-up between Deja Vu and this. But if I really thought about it, well, it's this record that got me to like country folk music, country rock. And the three of these guys came from the Hollies, Buffalo Springfield, and the Byrds, right? So I used to listen to those groups from my sister. And the influence that it gave me, and especially when they got together, was tremendous. After they played for Woodstock, they were the ultimate superstars for me, and I loved their music. I played all the time. All the time. This one and Deja Vu. Anyway. Wow. This is another toss-up between the first Chicago Transit Authority and Chicago 2. I think I had to choose Chicago 2. And it is the time the big band, horns, that era of rock with horns, just like Chicago. They were the forefront runners for this. And so many other bands like Tower of Power, Earth, Wind and Fire. They all had big band sound. They had trumpets and saxophones. Earth, Wind and Fire. Let's see, Lydia Pence and the Cold Blood. uh, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. So many, so many. But this one just hits me every time I hear the songs here. I love it. This one, this one goes. I just love CTI Records, Creed Taylor Records, and this one, George Benson's White Rabbit, is my favorite. It just reminds me of good times with my friends. I used to play it over and over and over and over and over and over. And uh, listen to the backup here. This is arranged by Don Sebeski. He used to do a lot of arranging for. He used to do a lot of arrangements for the CTI artists. And what do you call this? This one were Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, Hubert Laws, Erto Morera, Earl Klug, Billy Cobham on drums, and Jay Berliner on guitar. And all of these were all CTI recorders, artists. And Rudy Van Gelder was the arranger and the mixer and the engineer. And I just love this record. White Rabbit, George Benson. Another CTI record that I really love is, of course, Bob James. Bob James has a lot of records, and I have most of them, or at least the ones that I like. But Bob James 1 and Bob James 2 were the ones that really made a mark on me. And if you recall, if you could see this here, right here, Bob James signed my record because he was here in Manila, and I was able to watch him, and he signed all my Bob James records. So did Lee Ritenour. Lee Ritenour signed all my LPs too. Bob James 2. Okay, this era, I'm getting stuck in a generation and an era, but so be it, man. Mudslide Slim by James Taylor. This one and the first one, Sweet Baby James, are one of my anthems. You know, it brings me back with, you know, songs that my wife and I would love in high school. And the memories that it brings is just so happy, and I just love it. I just love it. When I want to feel good about whatever, I just want some background music, I play this, or Cat Stevens, or Kenny Rankin. I just can't pull them all out. They're all in there. I can't. I had a hard time picking, but nonetheless, I love this one. And that generation is not complete without Jethro Tull. Ian Anderson, what a guy. And I love the other Jethro Tulls. I love the first LP of Jethro Tull. I love Benefit, Stand Up. But the one that really hit me was this one. This Aqualung, and then Thick as a Brick. It was a feature LP. That one was wow too, right? But this one just sends me to the moon and back, especially with the nice, you know what? Okay. Things are not complete without this record of the Stones, Sticky Fingers. And this is my original record from that time. Unfortunately, the zipper got out because of handling it. The zipper got out. See? Oh man. The zipper got out. It's here. And then if you open it up, I think this is an Andy Warhol. It's his jockey, man. But this one, look at the inside. It's still my original record. It's still not bad. It's still okay. It has a little cracks and pops, but so what, man? It's the original one. Imagine the songs: Brown Sugar, Sway, Wild Horses, Can't you hear me knocking? You gotta move, bitch. I got the blues. Sister Morphine, Dead Flowers, and Moonlight Mile. And wow, right? This is what my I think my seventh record, right? Okay. Okay. It's not complete without a Steely Dan record. I'm a Steely Dan fanatic. I love Steely Dan. I love Asia. I love Katie Light. I like all of them, but this one stands out for me. I love it. I can listen to it over and over again, past and present. Doesn't matter. Want to get some good mood? Play this song. And the sound. This one is the first press. And it was mixed by Robert Ludlum, and just wonderful. Steely Dan's Gaucho. Can't be complete without the Who. There you go, another favorite of mine, and I'm sure a lot of you love this record too. This is my favorite Who album. I know I don't need to sell you anymore. Imagine Baba O'Reilly, Bargain, Behind Blue Eyes. Who will get fooled again? Oh man. Okay. Would you believe I'm gonna put this? This is my personal records. Okay. Everybody's got their own. Michael Franks. I love this record. It reminds me of college. My wife, and you play it, and all the songs are so cool, and the backup imagine Wilton Felder bass, Joe Sample on keys, Larry Carlton on guitars, backing up Michael Franks' debut album. I love it. Another Steely Dan half, Donald Fagen. No need to explain further. One of my favorites, The Nightfly. Okay, the other records that I have are, these are cheating already because I couldn't special mentions, like Loggins and Messina, Mother Lode. To listen to this over and over and over again, I just love it. Every time I play it now, it's still I can sing along with the songs. Loggins and Messina. Dave Mason's Alone Together. This is still the first press. This is the one with the Marble Records. See, it goes like this. And a marbled record. See that? All the songs in this record, I love. I love this record. And I understand Dave Mason revived it and remastered it. I'd love to hear it. Although I don't have it yet, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. Who knows? Anyway, put that together. Of course, it ain't complete without my Led Zeppelin. My Led Zeppelin 2 is my favorite of all. Layla's another one that I love, that I always play. Paul Simon's Still Crazy after all these years. I have mostly all the Paul Simons, and I got influenced by Simon and Garfunkel all the way to his solo LPs, but this one, we just crazy. Stevie Wonder, Fulfillingness, First Finale, and Inner Visions. Those are my two favorites. And I whispered this to the ear of the man himself, Stevie Wonder, during a concert here, and I was able to meet him and take a photo of him. In fact, there's my photo, and we were holding hands. I told Mr. Stevie, I thanked him for the music, and I said, by the way, I'd like you to know that my favorite LP is Fulfillingness First Finale. He goes, "Where's your hand, brother? Where's your hand?" So I pulled up my hand, and he held my hand, and the picture was taken. So we're holding hands. Boy, I'm so fortunate to have this. I love that guy. Gino Vanelli, Powerful People. One of my favorites. And this one was supposed to be in my top 10, but it slid down. This two. Of course, Beatles I started with the Beatles. I told myself I wasn't going to put a Beatle record, but how can I not put a Beatle record? So, but, you know, I love Revolver. I love the others, but this one of my favorites, if not my favorite. And the last one, of course, is Blood, Sweat, and Tears. This is the second LP of Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Came out in 1969, and I just love it. Well, my camera is only going to say goodbye. Say it's going to cut off. So I'd like to say thank you for listening in. I hope my favorites were yours. And remember, music is whatever kind of music, as long as you love it, that's the one you listen to. Captain Eddie here saying goodbye till the next video. And I love you guys, man. Cheers.